Giannis and Damian Lillard aren't the only ones that are excited. God, that was amazing. All right. And I'm not saying I was a skeptic, but I didn't think it was going to look this good. I already knew those, pick and rolls by our duo, Giannis Antetokounmpo and Mr. Damian Lillard were going to be next to lethal, next to unstoppable. And that's one of the more entertaining things when you see about this is that this is going to be a team that... So let's get right into this and talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard excited about their, what they can accomplish after seeing each other play. So let's get right into it. One offensive possession was all it took for Giannis Antetokounmpo to know that playing with Damian Lillard was going to be special, and that he was very honest, that he's never been this open, that he's never seen anybody being double teamed from the first possession of the game, and that Damian Lillard expressed similar sentiments, that having a guy out there that dominates, that he can dominate a game, win you a game for a couple plays. They blitz Dame, they trap Dame, and then Giannis Antetokounmpo got the ball from Dame, and they just did this all night, And it's incredible because we talked about it. The problem with Jrue Holiday was that you ran the pick and roll and teams would just drop and dare Jrue to shoot. Not saying Jrue's a bad shooter, but it's the fact that Jrue was a guy that, was a person teams were willing to let shoot. Now, if you try to do the pick and roll and you sag and you just drop coverage, the rim to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo, you're going to have Damian Lillard, who's one of the most lethal three-point shooters of all time, just there splashing. So it's either you drop coverage and prevent Giannis from dunking, or you go and, man up and stop Damian Lillard from hitting a three in your face. It's either or, okay? You got to make a choice. So that was something that, Giannis didn't have with Dame. Giannis didn't have with Jrue. Now he does with Dame. And that's the whole thing. We all talked about how dangerous the Damian Lillard, Giannis Antetokounmpo pick and roll would be. And then we got to see it in action. And I'll be the first to admit, the big thing for this team now, Chris Middleton is the third option, which is perfect. Back with Jrue Holiday, you kind of had option number one, Giannis, and then option 2/A and option 2/B, which was Jrue and Chris. No one was an actual true number two. Now with Dame and Giannis, one of them is going to be the one of them is going to be the two. You assume Dame's two, you assume Giannis is one. Three's Chris, which is good because, Chris had a good playoff series, but we hope that, we get Chris Middleton of the playoff series. And you got yourself a good, when he's trying, a really good two-way defender, offensive player. You still got Brook Lopez. I guess you could say, Drake Crowder or whoever plays power forward is like the weakest position. Or I feel fine with Pat Connaughton. Actually, I guess not power forward, wing, because the starting lineup is Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton. And I guess it's the shooting guard because Chris Middleton is going to be the small forward. So the only question is, do you go Pat Connaughton, Marjon Beauchamp, who do you throw in right there at that? They did sign Campaign too, so there are options that they have there. But I definitely think it's curious to see who they think is going to be the better fit for them and their organization in terms of, there's also AJ Green, which I doubt that he gets the opportunity, but you never know. I want to hear your thoughts.